I'm gonna put some healing messages out for y'all using this deck. I wanted to use something else, but can't remember what it was. But anyway, um, yeah, put some healing messages out for y'all. I needed a crystal deck. That's what I needed. Awareness. Okay. So basically, these cards, I want to actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it. I'm going to start with earth, water, air, and then fire. But I'm going to give y'all an overall message. So keep going. Okay. That's what the perseverance card is. Keep going. It's a lot of y'all still in the process of linking with y'all soul family or y'all fated partner. Anyway, this right here talks about a protective field. This is your protective field that you use. Either somebody knows that you have a healing auric field, or like this could mean that you are somebody knows that you've healed from something, um, or you actually have a healing aura. Somebody is aware of this because I'm picking up that it's just personal to you. I'm picking up that it's personalized to each individual. Whatever you healed from is going to allow you to put your compass in any direction. Like you can go any way you want. You don't have to go in a certain direction. Like you're not going to be run away from whatever it is that's fated for you. It's only I can feel the comfort if a person is still in the process of persevering through whatever shift they have, and I can feel that discomfort that happens in between these cards, where as though you still skeptical and you still got little teeny hiccups that go into your new reality after you move, change your number, change your phone number, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. So um, that dissipates. It's not something that you need to worry about unless you actually seeing something show up in your 3D field. So you can have feelings, thoughts, and emotions, but if you don't see that chaos actually playing out on a daily basis in your reality, y'all ain't nothing to worry about. They just showing you what's happening external to you. Anybody that's in your that was in your energy. Y'all just gonna be sensitive psychically in a lot of different ways of what's going on with the reality and everybody in it that you left behind. So it says bravery. Something is coming in to match. I hear match your fly, but that's not what I want to say. They're matching in. They're going to match you. Uh, the people, places, and things coming into your reality are things that have equally sacrificed just as much. So maybe not the same thing, but they know how to make sacrifices. This is people that have reached a spiritual ascension through humility and specifically very humble people. Yeah, so you got okay, leveling up. Y'all know from anybody that's been with me for a minute, they know that this is my card when somebody is about to wake up. So that was somebody in the past in there that is aware, like this card say, they know that something is coming in for you. They waking up. Tell me about this waking up. That before I flip the card, the downloads that I'm getting is not only they are awake, which is good. It's always good when people wake up because they can help in their own way in humanity. But what I'm getting from this card is this person knows that they have to change immediately. I'm saying immediately because it's like somebody that got to change immediately. That can be for several reasons. It could be because somebody needs to get caught up because they weren't awake and they was doing the wrong thing. I want to say, whatever it is in their life need to be cleaned up because we're not going to sit here and go through right and wrong. Right and wrong is according to each individual. But I do feel discomfort because somebody needs to brace for impact or get themselves prepared to not have energy or a teacher or a mentor at their disposal. But this is in the past. Somebody is waking up. Okay, so progress. This is my card when I got two different cards like this. This one is something, whatever it is in order. So whatever this ascension is that somebody is waking up to is they're realizing that whatever transformation or whatever ascension that you are doing or going through now, it is part of the plan. It cannot be shaken, changed, or whatever. It's supposed to be this way because you actually did the work. It's something in order. Somebody is realizing that you didn't cheat, you didn't cut corners. Maybe in the past, a lot of people thought you had it easy. They could all of that stuff, blah 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 blah. But what somebody is realizing now is I would consider this inspiration. So let's say somebody works to a place that I'm looking at in life and I'm just so happy and proud of them. I don't have to know the person, but I'm happy and proud that you reached to this level of ascension. I don't know what you went through, but it'll be something that's just like I'm just impressed by. Like I'm impressed by, I guess, self sufficiency. Self sufficiency is beautiful. That's what builds a great community when everybody does their part and you don't have to tell them what to do. You know, maintain their own health, maintain their own peace of mind and stuff like that, so they don't bring anything to you that is unnecessary. So that's inspiration for a person, but somebody for this to come up where it is now is saying that somebody contested that, whether they contested that within a group or they contested that within their self, and that means that if they contested it, they were comparing their self to something or to an ascension, and that's the wrong way to do things. So somebody realizes that you definitely, it ain't no cheat codes to this. It's just sheer work, dedication, devotion, whatever you want to call it. What does that say? Okay. Oh, optimism. Okay. So the number, sorry, y'all. It's telling me something is left behind. But whatever they left behind, it wasn't. It's something about they left behind. What did they say? In time. That's what I heard. They left behind something correctly. So somebody don't want to take risk anymore. Two people that don't want to take risk anymore. Okay. This is it's giving me two disenfranchised groups. Yeah, two. So whatever that card was, it was saying that they left behind in time. Let me see if I can get the download back to y'all, because now it's saying release, and it's just telling me something is permanent. This will never be coming back. I don't care how long you live on this earth, it will never be seen again. So anything wicked and stuff, once this corruption die in the way that this is, first everything got to get exposed. People have to have, by universal law, a person has to have the right to confess within a certain amount of time according to their reality. But when all of this stuff is sorted out and sifted through, it will be permanent, everlasting life. There's no point for it to come back. So it's going to be permanent. That's why I said somebody is leaving behind, taking risks. They're leaving behind things that, this is just y'all collective. Leaving behind people that take risks. Leaving behind people that think they're better than you. Leaving behind people that's not about pushing humanity forward. Leaving behind people that don't communicate the same as they do. You know, that's why I said it's left behind in time. But what they were saying is left behind, but it's done in order. It's, you know, it's nothing that can be done. You don't have no hard feelings. This is like a deep level of forgiveness through understanding in this card. And it's like there's a graduation, there's an ascension happening for a group. Whether that group is masculine or feminine, I stop putting genders on it. I'm gonna stop using genders and time eventually because it's not going to exist. But that's what it's saying. Like people are just like they done with it. They don't need an explanation. They don't need to figure it out. Um, the only thing that would be holding somebody back would be themselves. So when people get touchy when you say that, because a lot of us don't have money, some people don't have food, some people don't have this, but it's a matter of stepping into the unknown and going towards something that's actually going to provide for you. That's a scary thing. So we leaving behind families to find community in other families, which is not how it's been ever done. So, you know, you going into the arms of people that have already kind of been through it, and it's no need for secrets. They don't have time for that. They're not worried about secrets and all of that stuff. It's something here about two groups working together, even though they separate, to reveal, it's putting a spotlight on certain people that need to be outed. I heard ousted, but anyway, let me put this back together. All right, I'm gonna do fire. I think ousted means the same thing as outed, but why I heard it that way is like, I just got a download that somebody wants to pay somebody back, but in a good way. They weren't in the right mind or attitude, and they realize that now. That's always good. It's so many people waking up in so many different ways. I don't have that luxury of what do you call it? Like I say, judging people. You know what I mean? Because we all move at different times, and you have to know that to have that understanding that I was saying. You have to know that some people are souls in adult bodies. So when you look at them, you see somebody that you think don't know or whatever it is, they just stupid or dumb, I guess would be the human words to put with it. But when reality, it's just a young soul. Because when we reincarnate back here, a lot of us don't know where we came from, what we trying to find that ousted meaning. It says to drive out or expel someone from a position or place is what oust means. So oust means to drive out or expel someone from a position or place. It says the law, this is important because it's here. It says the law, it says to deprive someone or exclude someone from possession of something. So that's very important. But let me look at outed meaning. Because outed just means somebody is being exposed. That's what I'm the definition. It says outed, it says to, reveal the sexual or gender identity of a person. That's one definition. The other one is, it says dated. It says expel, reject, or dismiss. So that's interesting. All that stuff it's gender manipulation, but the way that they showing it to me is for some people will have to reveal their sexuality because they undercover. You shouldn't be if you're gonna love somebody like what that person say. They said we in this 2026 lifestyle, but you having to wear a cloak for something that you enjoy or you love, that should not be a thing. You should love yourself enough to understand that some people won't accept you for your choices and some people not. It's like common sense. But to somebody that has on a social mask, they're not ready for the day and age that we in, where you have to be transparent about everything that you do. It's inward. It's not about what society think for you. It's think about you. It's about how the Lord perceive you from what you got inside and what you're saying. If you love him, you're not gonna hide. Okay, so I'm going back to the outed. Okay, gender manipulation. So the gender manipulation that I actually was referring to was the Catholic Church and gender manipulation. Placing a clone. The best way I can tell y'all is they put females inside of masculine vessels and masculine vessels inside of female vessels. And this goes back to Moloch and children being born through the womb. And yeah, so. It's just telling me y'all gonna feel some energetic, withdrawals, people in y'all energy. So we work together as a collective. Anything that happens, if we feed into it, we're gonna feel it. We're gonna feel fear, everything. Anything that comes from the earth, okay? Your job is just to get yourself together. That's all you gotta do. Now, we're going with fire. Let me get into this. Fire. So whatever this is everlasting. Something is switching and it's going to be permanent. But when it switches, it will be everlasting. This is the way that it was always meant to be. So this is a process. So what did I say? I know I didn't say fire because I'm going back to earth. So let me go to earth. If I said fire, I made a mistake. Yeah, somebody is going through withdrawal because of this switch. It's an energetic switch, and it's a lot of people going through withdrawal. So whatever the switch is, it has to do with self-love. It's going to be very, very important. Like I said, the inside of the vessel when it comes to God is the most important. You can say and do things, but what your internal is going to show up in your reality. I'm feeling somebody crying about that. Like, they have no choice. They are definitely enlightened now, but they're crying about the reality of the situation. It's like something that they didn't want to face. Why, I don't know, because we're going to stay on earth. Brave. Somebody persevered. So earth, y'all persevered through something, and that's what's making somebody cry. They want to access to you. It says action and make a wish. So somebody could have done anything. I don't know what, I'm sorry. Only because I'm an earth sign, y'all. I don't know what they did, but they reserved two energies for a group. And that's like, God set it up this way. So I'm trying to, God set it up this way, and I'm trying not to, what do you call it? It's so divine the way that he orchestrated people to wake up at this time and not believe anything but need to believe in something. How do you explain that? It's like you don't believing that the government was over God, like paying attention that much. You know what I'm saying? It's so many people that rely on their ego, their ability to do things, and they put that over top of God. So, yeah. All right. Manifestation. Somebody wishes is about to come true, and somebody know it because there is one person is definitely going down. So this is just confirmation for y'all earth. Somebody is definitely going down. Their power is no longer whatever they were doing to I'm hearing perfect match. Somebody know it's a perfect match. Just like even if a person wanted to deny something, they can't. Twin flame, and that was twin flame, and I forgot. So earth is a lot of twin flames here. A lot of okay, there you go. Twin flames and new beginnings. It's a lot of twin flames in the earth collective, and it makes sense because it's the foundation. We got to redo all of the buildings. If it's buildings, okay. I'm gonna call it buildings just for explaining it. But we have to reestablish all the systems. We're going to be doing uh, the planning part, and the planning part is going to be way more. It's going to be way more. Not advanced. It's going to be different from what we see now. So I'm gonna give y'all one example, so I don't hold y'all here. As far as schools being in a building or churches being in the building, I don't know about the church part, y'all, but I'm just giving y'all this example. As far as schools being in the building, it'll either be outdoor schooling. From now on, it will be outdoor schools, and it will be more integrated and what's the word, immersible, and like it'll be less confinement. We're supposed to be out in nature more, so a lot of the ways we do things is going to change as far as the system. That's what Earth is responsible for. Okay, I'm glad I got this. This is what Earth is responsible for. Creating a sanctuary. They have a very healing power that's supposed to, it's like you got to clean and filter. You're supposed to constantly filter. It's a lot of healing that we have to do. This is a non-traditional family and growth. It helps people have a different mindset when they, what do you call it? When they perceive things. How do you say that? Building a community. There you go. Intentional communities. Look it up. It's going to be things like that. Communities. It's not about you, because they were giving me an analogy. Some people can come in a community. Some people can't. It's like it's running itself. You know what I mean? You're not going to be there if you're not supposed to be there or you don't want to do the work. It's so non-traditional that it's forcing people that, you know, if you want to eat and you want to have a comfortable, peaceful life, then you got to do your part. But it will be, communities are going to be different from what we see living in the houses and communities we from. It's not going to go away instantly. I'm just trying to tell you what you're being prepared for. I explained that to somebody, and what did I say? I told them, I forgot. It was everything that I'm telling y'all. Somebody know that something is over. Yeah, it just keeps saying somebody. You were supposed to be one sacrifice for two, and the way that it's giving me with that group is like these two people are powerful for a whole group. Like they believe it's a power couple, but whatever it is false. You made it through whatever this process was. You had to go through. Either you went through a hell of a relationship, and I feel like we all did, but you went through a hell of a relationship, or like carrying the burden all by yourself. One of the biggest tasks with Earth was you had to carry the burden all by yourself, or you would not know how strong you are. Release. So they told me to cross this next card. So this is what you're having a problem with. I'm going to put this here. This is what you need to release. You need to understand that something is over permanently. It's never coming back. I have felt hiccups as this transition has happened, but it's going to be permanent. It's going to start spiritually, because all the nine do is go up to the galaxy like this, It goes up to the galaxy and it bring information down. That's all it's supposed to do. Come down and ground it, go back again, get the information, come back down and ground it. It's supposed to be down here. The kingdom is supposed to be sitting here on earth, and it's supposed to be manifested with the people and the blueprint for other communities. So right now, the hardest part is the release. Still looking for trouble, still waiting for something to come in. Chill out. This is the best time for y'all to chill out. It's easier said than done, and I get that, but this is saying everything is being handled and it's going to be permanently. It will never come back in your reality. Okay? So these cards kind of will give y'all some idea. 999. It says, remember that endings are also beginnings. When a cycle comes to a close, take some time to do a bit of soul searching. Hindsight allows you to see the past with greater clarity. Let go of who you used to be. Ditch those past patterns that no longer serves you. It's time to evolve into a new leveled up version of yourself. Excuse me, y'all. You can use your newfound wisdom both to help yourself find a better path forward and to be an advocate for those who need it. When one door closes, another opens. You get to choose how you walk through it. So like I said, your community may not be an intentional one. You may not build a large community, but who you let in your reality, who you call family and friends, is never going to look the same. You're going to go in and you're going to believe exactly what you see. The only thing that is hard in this card is when you play mind, when your mind play tricks on you. If you believe something or you feel something and the person does not show you in a 3D, it's time for you to be introspective about it. And that's why this introspective card is here. Because it's like you got to check your reality once you go through the veil or it's shifting. It starts overlapping and you believe, oh no, the past is back. The past is back. It's another ending. It's something new to help you with those intrusive thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It says upright. It says reflecting. Y'all can decide whether it's upright or right for y'all right now because all my cards are upright. It says the upright meaning is reflecting on your journey so far. It says lessons learned, transformation. And then it says fresh opportunities on the horizon. And it says being a positive force in the lives of others. The reverse is wallowing in the past. It says backsliding into reactive versions of yourself. That's what I'm saying. It says backsliding into reactive versions of yourself. So anything negative self-talk and feeling and emotion, like you are safe, okay? It's things that come in, but they're small hiccups. You are safe. You're good. You're earth. You're supposed to be grounded, okay? They were trying to unground you, but it's just naturally your element. So whenever your grounding is an issue, whenever you go into survival mode in any way, shape, or form, because of who you with, is for your safety. So if I'm with a person and I think they cheating, but I don't have evidence, you know what I mean? And I start just acting out of character, trying to get some information that may not exist, I'm becoming ungrounded. That is a time where I need to soul search. If I done paid all my bills and I feel like, oh no, it's something, I'm going to have to leave. Oh, I'm going to be homeless and be out. That is ungrounding. You have to make sure that's evidence of that. What if you did everything that you were supposed to and paid all your bills? Where is that energy even coming from? Why did it come through you? That is introspective times. Okay, it says clinging to the past ways of being. We just covered that. And then it says struggling with grief over what you lost. You cannot have things new without getting rid of something. You cannot have some things, God will strip it from you because of his personal reasons, and that can be many. I covered that in videos. But I'm saying, when you have an ending, a lot of the things attached to that, it has to be money. Sometimes it's a house. It means that you want a divorce, but you and your husband shared a mortgage or whatever, lease, whatever it's called, on a house. Now in that house, you got to move everything out of it. You're not going to have that house, but you love that house. But that's the agreement. That's part of that connection. That I got to leave this job. Another example, you got to leave this job, but you don't work far to put your benefits in. You, in some of those situations, majority of those situations, is a person will let the job kill them and make it to their pension and they can't use it? Or are you going to leave the job when it's telling you to leave? Because it's not going to make sense for you to leave it if you done paid in or whatever. You know, when it comes to trusting God, you gotta, it's a heavy, it's one of the heavier ascensions. I think water got earth beat, but I can't put a level on it because Earth spins longer. Earth is the heaviest element because it spends so much time, whereas the water is it fleets. It does last, but not as long as Earth does, because we gotta have a foundation. All right, and it says incredibly exciting things are happening in my life now. For y'all that's still going through this transition, I'm gonna take a card and I'm gonna block it, because whatever I'm blocking is telling me now by putting it over this eye, it's something that you can't see, and you may be very frustrated, because I know I was frustrated. It's been coming in little spurts, but I can laugh about it. And I can make other people laugh about their situations, because it's like, it's funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny. So, assistance is definitely there. There are people that will help you help you. All right, so what's crossing it is optimism. So you can't see to be optimistic about whatever this is coming in, because if y'all saw from that first shuffle when I was explaining to y'all, it's talking about leaving the things behind that have caused you to move two steps back. It's because you were dragging a feeling, a thought, a preconceived notion. You were dragging something with you that was causing you to be burdened. And it has to do with, it's giving me time, but I would not consider that time. I don't know how to, yeah. If it's time, it's giving it to me in a mental sense. Movement. It's like you making small measures of movement when you could be making big ones. Yeah, because the way it's given to me before I read the card is like a lot of y'all gonna have to relocate. That's gonna be the biggest thing, and the skepticism is coming in. Worrying about where you going, the people there, too much. So that's blocking a lot of y'all now. There's definitely relocation. It could be a change of anything, but I'm feeling that. So this is a kind of like a gift from God for you to see your energy in somewhere else. You can't blame it on nobody. You have to reestablish your sense of security that you had before. Whatever these, what do I want to call them? These are things that came into your life that you leaving in the past that had to do with possibilities. It's another word they saying, possibilities and potentials. Things that didn't, you leaving behind things that did not reach their full potential, but you had hope. Okay. All right, let's see. I don't know if these cards are in order or not. I don't think so. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, they are. Okay. Okay, it says, and it's interesting. It's in the last. This is in on the last page. And another thing that's interesting is finances is the issue for a lot of y'all. So don't worry about how the finances gonna come, because I can tell you with my relocation, I never thought that the finances would come from the person or the way that they did. Never in a million years. Never in a million. I did not even know where I was gonna relocate. So I just was like, well, God, this is my plan. If it don't work out, and it worked out better than I thought it did. It says you're on the right path. Keep your chin up and stick with that positive way of thinking. Your goals are within reach. However, there may be quite a few obstacles on the way. Staying optimistic and flexible with your options is the best answer. The upright version of this is channeling positivity toward a desired goal. It says noticing possibilities in unexpected places. And it says big changes for future opportunities. It says breaking free of limiting beliefs. The reverse side is misconnections. That some people will go through the feeling of misconnections even if the person is not there. A lot of y'all haven't been able to grieve properly, passed over loved ones. So this is a huge time for so much, and it's going to lift a spiritual burden off of you so it never comes back, because you still are ready to do the work, and you have an optimistic attitude. It says a warning to keep your eyes open. So remember, this is the reverse. So some of y'all may be still going through that. It says misconnections, a warning to keep your eyes open, a time of uneasiness during transitions, and fear of change. So that's interesting. Yep. And the affirmation is I take action and trust my instincts. God will never steer you wrong. He wants the vessel to be safe. The vessel is the only way that the soul can live out whatever it's trying to do here on earth. So it's going to keep it safe unless you got it somewhere where it's not supposed to be, doing something it's not supposed to be. All right, stability. Wow. So stability. I'm going to read this card to y'all. There is a shift happening right now. It used to be a challenge, but whatever it is, like I said, it is actively changing. You just can't see it yet. It's actively changing. And the way it's going to be shown to you is through endings. You may see it external to you, or things may end. You may be working at a company and they go out of business. Whatever it is you're being pushed out for your benefit. So keep that in mind. All right, 44. I think I'm going to put this in. I can't. I'm going to just have to timestamp because that first message that was in there. It says 44. Look at you, putting in your hard work to lay something beautiful, solid foundations to build upon. Your angels see you, and that is a message of support for you. Overcome any obstacles that come up one step at a time. Check in on the things that keep you solid. Are your relationships good? What about your habits and overall well-being? So that's what we said. When you become ungrounded, you know that is your body telling you you need to go introspective. And if you don't have evidence, are you tripping, or is it evidence that you need to get? Because you may get a premonition that it is time to leave a relationship. It is time to leave a home. It is time to change school. Whatever it is, God is turning up your intuition, and you have to develop it. Nobody has helped you all the way. Your parents haven't helped you. It's a lot of people that haven't helped you. The way that you're getting help, you've been getting it the whole time, but you haven't been able to pay attention to it, or distracted from it, or um, it just wasn't taught to you. So um, but the foundation, like I said, you're going to build a nice community from this. The way that you let people in your life, and how solid the foundations, long-term friendship, and new family of different shapes, sizes, and colors, you're going to lay that now, and you're not going to have any more interference in it. It says the upright version is strong foundations and stability, inner work and healing. It says positive solutions that are available to you. It says positive solutions are available to you. It says celebrating your hard work and reaping your rewards. It says the reverse. It says need to address any cracks in your foundation, negative thought patterns and bad habits, a fear of trusting those in your life, difficulty in your family or relationships. The affirmation is I am strong, steady, and supportive. So anything that don't make you feel safe, you have to at least get away from it to figure it out what is going on. You have to separate yourself from it so you don't blame, because it's so much stuff that don't help, and it's not worth talking about. But some things got to be left in the past, and if you want it to be new, you have to understand that you're going to go into the unknown. You don't have that as a crutch, or you're not codependent, you're not sharing, so it's going to be a little wobble, and you getting your new reality, and that's normal for you to get that wobble, and eventually it'll steady itself out, and you'll feel safe and secure, just like you once were when your energy didn't get, whether it was corrupted by you or an external person. It don't matter. Your job is just to get stable, because that's what you do. Your earth. All right. Thank you. I'm gonna pause this before I go to the next sign. All right. Now I'm about to do the message for water. I got a download because I was scrolling just now, and the message was love will support anything, because true love, real love, unconditional love does not need money. It does not need any money. It needs no payment. It requires no payment. Okay. Hmm. Somebody is very lucky to have come across whatever your creative genius is. There's something here that you do creatively that somebody wants to collab with. How the collaboration is, I don't know, but I can tell you that it's genuine love. This could be something you're speaking. It may have required, it may be out of your norm or your comfort zone, but you felt compelled, and it's somebody that wants to collaborate. I feel like it's many somebodies that want to collaborate, like they got their piece to say. You created some type of platform, or some way, a panel, something where somebody can come on and maybe express their creativity, because all of these sevens, it might be a creative expression, like a hub or something. Whatever it is, it's fresh and new. Whatever this adventure is something. I'm picking up that it's new, but I'm picking up on something that shines a light. Whatever this is that you're doing, you are shining a light on a particular thing. And I wish I could give you the format. I'm going to try. The format is your whatever this focus is, it's so weird because it's almost like they show me an object, right? It's not that I see an object, but they show me an object, right? But the way that people are seeing the object is like they never seen it before. It's such a unique perspective. Whatever it is, people want to collaborate because you have a unique perspective. It's almost like traditional medicine, homeopathic medicine, or people never had this approach available to them, and it's sparking some type of inspiration, but it's widespread. It's given to me almost on a global level, like a ripple effect. It started in one place and kind of spread out. Refusing to wake up. I'm not hearing that somebody refusing to wake up. It's just that you separate from people. You separate yourself from people that maybe don't make the sacrifices themselves. I don't know why I'm getting this transmission. It's almost like you having a realization that some people may not have the same vision, and that's why things don't get done because you have that understanding. It's not you saying, okay, you don't want to do what I want to do, whatever. This is saying somebody, you are having an understanding of certain people actually cannot see. Certain people can actually not see, and it may be because they supposed to not see, because the more things they see, the more prejudiced they are. But it's heavy self ridicule with this. So I feel like in y'all, just in y'all general environment, maybe you come across people that sacrifice themselves and you want to make some form of charity because people don't, it doesn't get noticed as much. That's one thing that's coming through. But another thing that's coming through is people that don't have a way to express something very unique about them. Okay, so it's giving me like a publishing company, right? And the publishing company don't want anybody to participate. Like, it doesn't allow people that would need the resources, they don't have it. So let's say a makerspace. If y'all know what a makerspace is, look up makerspace, because this is the analogy that I'm about to give y'all, because it's too spread out too much. A makerspace is for somebody that wants to start a company but does not have the equipment, so they can pay for that fee for a month or for a year to use that equipment and get themselves established. It's a lot of different things you can do. You can forge metal. You can do woodworking. You can um, do stained glass. It's a lot of the. So if y'all look at a maker space, it's kind of like that's the format that y'all are given. But it could be like I said, a platform or a panel, and it's something that's overlooked because nobody sees it the way you do. You have some very unique perspective of something. Somebody feel like they had the jackpot. They, whatever this is coming into you, in whatever shape or form it is, because we can't perform on it. It is something that's definitely going to be everlasting. It's going to be everlasting because they can see that anything you kind of touch turns to gold or something like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, everlasting, infinity, like everlasting. Y'all understand what I'm saying? These are, for it to be infinity and bonds is everlasting. It's something like I said, a ripple effect. I'm doing the infinity symbol, but it's like a ripple effect. It's something that start out here and it's just spread globally. I don't know what it is, but it has to do with inspiration. It has to do with compassion and charity. It's almost making it's almost taking money, even though money is not here. It's almost taking money and turning it into. Damn, I had it. Hold on. It's it's not money, but it's given to me in the sense of money, whereas though everybody can live equal. What do you universal income? That's probably why, because water is currency. Okay, yeah. This is gonna make everybody. If it's something that you make, everybody's going to benefit from it and feel equal. They're not going to feel like they're in a competitive environment. They're in a competitive relationship. So it's going to be different things for y'all. Some relationships, some jobs where it's going to be a benefit to work there. You get 10% off. You get 10% of the company. Uh, you're going to take pride in. Somebody is having a revelation too. Somebody is like, wow. Somebody knows that something is a stable partnership. Somebody feel like they hit the jackpot, but not in a, what do you call it, opportunistic way. What is this? Unconditional love. Yeah, so for some of y'all got relationships that's coming in. Somebody knows why something ended, and they know that it was because things that they had in the background. That could be friends or not obligation, but it was things that they had playing in the background that they had to cut off to be able to see what they needed to see. So they're giving me love right now, and I'm gonna explain this to y'all. It's almost telling me that water is always moving and shaking, right? Because they moving and shaking, they don't have, y'all counterparts don't have the luxury of actually seeing how valued the emotional security side is. Water is always like this for me. Only because I don't feel like explaining it. I can feel it and it run fast, but then when I gotta break it down, it's like I gotta feel all the ickiness and feelings and emotions and stuff. Whether it's I'm filtering garbage, I gotta take all of it at once. So people put more value on what they can see, and that's probably why they give it to me in currency. Because if you living in a nice house and you got a nice car, whatever your standards are, it has been based on family tradition. That's what we'll say. A lot of it's been based on family tradition, how we should live and what people should see as a 3D view of whether we're accomplished. But there's something here that has to do with, it's not the quiet life, it's not peace, but it's like sacrifice. It's like y'all moving into something that y'all starting to feel comfortable on about downsizing. So it's almost like y'all gonna set the trend for downsizing. You're gonna make it look good. We're not talking about you got a tiny house and you living. You're going to set the tone for living within your means. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to have more time and energy towards your creations. You can spend more time in your creations. So y'all learning like self-sacrifice. Y'all meeting people that also made self-sacrifices. It's so hard to explain this because accountability. Accountability is what's going to switch and cause things to come together for y'all. So accountability, by y'all switching something, it's got an emotional tone to it, but I'm hearing talking, I'm hearing it's a legal issue here. This is going to allow something to come together because a lot of things that y'all have, like I said, they have to separate themselves. You cannot take anything or anyone on without them being whole. You can try, but if a person does not end what they need to, not on your time, but on theirs, it's not a mutual agreement. You can't threaten nobody. You can't give them an ultimatum. And maybe people did this with y'all, but it's giving me the same thing. It is a mirror effect. Interference in y'all relationships, job, when you got any type of third party in there in any way, shape, or form, I'm giving that y'all might have to. That's where the self-sacrifice. Y'all might have to be the one to leave, which I think is unfair. But let me ask: do they have to be the one that leave? Yeah, because somebody thinks something is a joke when it's not. Okay. And now it's like you officially know it. This person just got lucky, and because of that, you're gonna have to release this person. So this is the year to do it. Y'all been releasing the whole entire time, and I feel like that's really been really heavy and a struggle because it's like you're very optimistic. That's definitely giving me that, but it's things that you need to end permanently. Don't let people keep coming back in, especially if you want to ascend properly. So it's telling me y'all kind of in the midst of it. If you want to ascend properly, you're gonna have to make self-sacrifice. And I feel like, I mean, people will tell you that's unfair for y'all to have to leave something that you made or did, but they saying that you touch everything you touch turn to gold. So you leaving a person with it, it shows that you have the proper forgiveness because you can build it again. You were hoping that it would be a team effort and everything that you did, but once you see that, how long do you stay or when do you acknowledge it? Because you know it can lead to delusion. That's water. You know what I mean? If I take water and I smack my hand against it, it's gonna start rippling. You're not gonna know what you're looking at. You're not gonna be able to see you gotta wait until everything calms down. That's the thing about emotions. That's what I was trying to explain to y'all. So if anybody has been threatening to leave a job, leave a person, or whatever, that is the is this is like what a signal for somebody, because you got two energies here that almost know that it's supposed to end, it's supposed to be permanent, but there's always some feeling sorry. Somebody plays on somebody's forgiveness, or was that the right? Plays on somebody's emotions. That's what it is, not forgiveness. They play on their emotions. Whatever this is, it's going to change your stability, and it's going to make you solid, because you're a safe haven for somebody. Anything that you touch turns to gold, but you know that it has to match your energy, okay? And when you match energy, you leave one contract and you go to another, but you got to be honest with yourself. You the switch. I mean, pretty much the way that I can tell y'all is this water. Your water, right? So imagine your water, you're a lake, okay? You're a lake, and I get into the lake. Now, you just the water. You know, I can swim in it, I can do a lot of things, but it depends on what I can do when I get into this water, because the water is just going to be the water. Some people going to sink, some people going to swim, some people going to fish. They're going to do a whole bunch of stuff in water, okay? It's just for you to see how they flow and mesh with you, because they could have the same thing. You know, the same way you find what you like and what your dreams are, what you're trying to build, what gives you inspiration, like the card said. That same person has to do that for themselves. They just have to. That's just like law. I don't even know how to explain that, but it's law. But somebody to say they're getting it together, they hurting themselves more than they hurting you. And I'm definitely not trying to put water in their ego, but somebody was out of order when they did something. To the point where it's going to knock you out of alignment, because you're the water. It's going to knock you out of alignment. It's going to affect whatever shift is coming for you. It means that shift, and according to that card, this is bad, because when they go through a shift, you're gonna go through a shift. So if you co-signing for their energy, there you go, co-signing for their energy, and that shift could throw off your stability, and that's gonna be a permanent ending between both of y'all, because obviously the water got to have a safe place. You got to have a house and a roof over your head. And if you don't have that, it's like I gotta put everything, because I know I'm gonna work to keep a roof over my head. But is that person going to do it? Is they going to work to be disease free in a relationship? Because I'm going to work to do it. I'm going to be truthful and honest. So is that person putting in effort for themselves? Are they making self-sacrifices? Not the same that I'm doing for me, but when it causes a disruption in our relationship, in our business, at our job, are you doing the things that you need to cut off whatever interference that could possibly come into something that has the potential for something amazing? Like, what did I say? Endless. Like, it generates. It knows what to toss out and what to bring in. And don't waste no time. And don't waste no time waiting to see how much disruption it's going to cause. Okay. Yes. I'm somebody here. It is a shift occurring, and somebody played on somebody's emotions, and it's affecting them because they can't manifest. Somebody's realizing that they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves, okay? Because there's an energy here where everything is fine on one side. Even if y'all in the same house, somebody is cool and the other person is not. And that person, it's giving me a couple of different ways. When you in an environment, you could be in a work environment or in a house, in a relationship. When somebody is throwed off because they don't have entertainment, they bored, or they going through something, you're not a mind reader. You're not supposed to. It should be open communication and effective communication, okay? And when a person is going through something, if they don't have the whatever they need to come and sort things out so y'all can get things squared away for whatever reason, that's going to cause an issue, because one person is going to disrupt the other when that is supposed to be a place of peace. Why would you come home if it's not a sanctuary and it's not peaceful? Like, somebody had no intention of waking up. They was just waiting for you to take action. They was waiting for you to take action, and now it's being forced through a shift. So that's just what's coming out. I'll put one card down and one card across. I'm going to read all three, including what's at the bottom. Okay, so mindfulness. The first thing I was going to say is something was out of order. Somebody definitely should have been aware, and it's not my awareness card, but it's saying somebody did something out of order. They should have never allowed someone or something in, because I'm getting heavy infiltration from this. Heavy infiltration. And the infiltration almost was, it's also giving it to me in temptation. Allowing whatever this someone or something, money, to come between your relationship, your mother in law, your father in law, your brother, your sister, your friends, whatever it is that they allowed in is going to be the thing that that ends it all. Because I feel like several tries was, it was enough, it was enough divine intervention given in people's lives to stop what they were doing. Okay, even if it's saying, especially if a person did not notice it within themselves, they could see shifts happening within their friends and their family to let them know what was going on. It will be the thing that exposed you, or the thing that, ooh, let's just see, y'all, because I can't. I'm done. I'm gonna let the book talk to y'all. Ugh. I'm hearing a Caribbean accent in my head. I don't know why. But they're in grief. The Caribbean accent, I'm saying it's from the islands, and it's in the person sound like they're in grief. It says, this is a time to truly focus on staying present and being mindful. Notice everything that's working out for you and find ways to change anything that is not working for you. It is up for you. It is up to you to create a sturdy foundation to build that dream life upon. Your natural talents will be extra helpful with this reflective practice. It says the upright position is taking stock of your current situation, expressing your truest self, preparing for a solid future. It says staying present. The reverse is losing yourself in worry, letting what ifs rule decision making, and self depreciating thoughts. And then it says giving up. It says affirmation. I'm deeply focused on forward progress. So the download I got when, hold on, it said, oh, it was the, it says notice everything that's not working out for y'all. So I told y'all that if somebody has negative thoughts, if they don't, this is why that vision is so important. If somebody is down talking themselves constantly and beating themselves up, if somebody is constantly stressed and not getting rid of the source of it, it's going to spill over into everything that you do. And knowing that for, I'm gonna give y'all this analogy because that's what they give. Sometimes people don't have a backbone, or they don't know how to set boundaries, proper boundaries. That's always gonna be an issue because you will always have to run to somebody's aid, or they're gonna have to run to yours. So boundaries is very, very important here. There's no point in having a boundary for a week or a couple of months or whatever because of an attitude. It's got to be cut off permanently. If you clearly see that my friends don't have boundaries, my mother don't have boundaries, my father don't have boundaries, my spouse, my boyfriend don't have boundaries. If you see that they cannot stand up for themselves, it is nothing that y'all will be able to truly partner in. If you work at a job and they're not standing up for your rights, they don't have the things for your body to be there long term, your mind to be there long term. Those are things where self-sacrifice will make sense to y'all, because that's what I'm trying to explain. This is about cutting your losses if you have to, because you know that in the long term, it's not going to allow you, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you bad. It's going to make you feel like your environment. And if it's not doing it, where is it coming from? So this could be making sure that you have a sound mind, watching influence. People that do glamour spells say they're going to do the right thing, or they say that they more capable or qualified than they really are. Especially if somebody is putting on a front and they right up under your nose, and you saying, "Wow, dang, this person." Not from a harsh perspective, but you like, I'm definitely seeing two different sides of the person. You know what I mean? Like, you know what they say. Yeah, okay. So it's giving me kind of like false prophets. What somebody practice? What somebody say? They don't practice what they preach. All right, y'all. So watch for this, because y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it. And they saying celebrities, politicians, people in your family, y'all gonna be seeing this, and y'all not gonna be able to shut it off. It says make a wish. So let me see. Oh, okay. It's telling me the wish that y'all have is for somebody specific to be exposed. Like I said, a false prophet, a fake person, a person to wear a mask. It's gonna be identified by a collective. This is a whole group. We're gonna see a lot of that, y'all. So we seeing a lot of celebrities in real life situations, court, jail, past. Like it's becoming common. Instead of it being sporadic and it'd be like, wow, it's like happening, and to let you know that no man is above God and everybody is, they can have a change of fortune in a matter of minutes. I'm picking up also an energy before I read this. Somebody that want to see somebody fall is not supposed to. It's just not. It's other people that know that somebody has several tries and used several different people or avenues to do something, not to do something to knock somebody out of alignment. And it's almost like they passed. I want to say they passed with flying colors, but it's like whatever this person did, they did it so many times and so many people saw it that it can't be denied. Okay, so that's what I got from that. All right, it says opportunities are soaring. Okay, opportunities are soaring your direction. Doors are being flung open wide. The time is now. This is a call to vibrate to a higher frequency. If you've been feeling defeated or hopeless, your angels are urging you to shift your perspective. Don't be too surprised if you experience some eye-opening epiphanies. Even if somebody is not around y'all, y'all may feel that energy. You got to make yourself happy. Watch a comedy. I don't care what it is, because a lot of miracles are about to come in, but y'all still are seeing little hiccups in your environment that make you question, am I done? Am I going the right way? It's going to be so overwhelming that it's going to stun and shock some of y'all. It says, don't be so too surprised if you experience some eye-opening epiphanies. Like I said, y'all going to see things. Like this is actually somebody actually seeing somebody being outed, ousted, outcast, somebody falling from grace, somebody having a complete change of fortune, but they supposed to be there. This is somebody that wears a mask, somebody that's fake, somebody that say they rep for God, somebody that say that they is doing anything for God and they not. I'm a celebrity and I'm on stage and I got all my fans and stuff, but I don't give it back to the community. Everybody they leave in their ego and hate, and they think they better than everybody else. You don't got no business on no type of stage, whether it's the pulpit, it don't matter. Okay. So it says, don't be too surprised if you experience some eye-opening epiphanies, even the smallest changes to make enormous ripples into the future. Remember, I was telling y'all something about a ripple effect when it comes to water. It's going to be widespread. It's going to go global. It says, tune into abundance in both your mind and your actions. Whenever you see this number, make a wish. Turn your entire being towards achieving that goal and watch the universe send you everything you need. So this is giving me asking you shall receive. It's also giving me it says tune into your abundance. There was another down. Hold on. Whenever you see this number, make a wish. Tune into your abundance. Oh, okay. So when you are in something and your emotions start to go in the reverse, when you get into a love relationship, when you get into a job and you like, I love this job, this is great, and you feel so optimistic and stuff, that's where that self-sacrifice comes back in. Because the minute you start hating it, it could be 1 week, 2 days. You are so sensitive to the future when it comes to how long you can stay there, things that's about to happen, but you won't see it in the 3D. It's not going to be until you sit there where you can get drained. You don't want to be there that long. Y'all stay in situations as water. I'm not reprimanding y'all. I'm just telling y'all I've witnessed through so many different water signs them stay in a relationship long before it's over. They put up with a lot of stuff. But putting up with a lot of stuff, that's why I said I don't want to feed the ego, because it's like you're about to get paid back for a lot of things you did, but you don't want to be in your ego about it. It's so very important, because you could be humbled just as fast as people that you have idolized or looked up to, and then you get to see and wonder without knowing all the details on a backstory of why somebody took a tumble when you thought that I held them in high regard. I thought they was good. I thought they did give to charity. And I mean, they love the Lord. They got a big fan base. They got all this money and everything. Illusions. Okay. Um, so no more whatever you see where people good people do good things and they all get bad, that's gonna be completely reversed. Whatever you are inside is gonna be shown outside from now on. That's gonna be the switch. Whatever a person truly is. So let's say that they carry around the Bible, they pay their, I mean, upstanding pillar of the community. People get respect, and then all of a sudden they just get locked up. It's like, what? I ain't never seen this, because you can't see inside of people, but you can feel it. You can feel the future way before it happens. Some of y'all do have psychic ability where y'all actually get visions or something of the future, and it actually comes. But yeah, what needs to be shown that's real, that's hidden, is gonna be shown to you, and what's supposed to be not supposed to be hidden, but what's actually the truth is gonna stay there. That's how you'll know. You won't have to worry about clarity anymore. If somebody is false in any way, shape, or form, they're going to be revealed. And if somebody is who they say they are, it can't be denied, because it's proof, it's evidence of it. It says upright, shifting into an abundant mindset, intentional living. It says call to action to make your wishes a reality. It says attracting surprises and new opportunities. It says attracting surprising new opportunities. It says manifesting your desires. It says reversed, fear of failure holding you back. Need for more introspection. Low vibration activities draining your energy and giving into hopelessness. So yeah, don't get comfortable with whatever you're going through. I'm mentioning things to help y'all, like watch comedy movies, a nice stand up that got everybody in it, something from old back in the day, whatever it is. Go out, play with bubbles, do whatever. Bubbles, rainbows, things that make people happy, that you see that you can't be mad at. You know what I mean? But yeah, the affirmation is I am in the middle of something miraculous, because y'all are. I said it's a lot of miracles. It says it. It says I'm in the middle of something miraculous. It's a lot of miracles about to come and bust people over the head, and they just don't even know. All right, I'm gonna read this bottom card for y'all. It says habit. So this is something about going through withdrawal. Either y'all are, or the other person that's relied on your energy, and the energy is showing me for you normally you would sacrifice yourself. Usually you give in, and you'll have compassion or kindness. Usually you would give somebody inspiration, and it wouldn't be nothing, regardless of how that person treated you. Well, every time that this card comes up, somebody is not awake, whether they choosing not to be, or they just, whatever it is, they just don't know how to end things, because it keeps giving me that somebody don't know how to cut off whatever they doing for whatever reason. And I ain't going to get into it, but energetic withdrawals can be felt on both sides, whether you with the person or not. So the longer you stay, the heavier this feeling will be. So if you in any type of thing and you start feeling that you don't want to be there, that affects how you feel. And the longer you stay in it, the longer you're going to go through this withdrawal period, because you got to separate your energy permanent, because you are co-signing. You allowing people to use, everybody allows people to use energy. It's just telling me it drains y'all. They just really putting the emphasis on it for y'all. Okay. It says, it's time to take a moment to reflect on why you're doing what you do. Are you working toward joy, or are you simply working to work? Your purpose here on the planet is much gather. Excuse me. Your purpose here on this planet is much greater than being just another cog in the machine. Break the habit of monotony. So routine. Break the habit of monotony. It says start new routines that allow you to invest in your own well-being. It says upright routines and habits. Like if you just want to run all of a sudden, you get mad, you want to run or go rake leaves, take that energy and put it outside. But then when you come in, you're going to have a fresh resolution to get out of it. Because if you know whatever it is, it's a process. So you got to have some type of routine that whenever you get in the mad or despair, hopeless, because you just like, you got to have something immediately that you can go to and change your attitude. You got to force yourself to do it, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Because you got good things coming in and you don't want to mess that up. It's going to make you not want nobody to be in your face when it could be an opportunity. It says upright routines and habits. It says reevaluating where you place your energy. Yep, that's what I just now said. Reevaluating where you place your energy. When something is throwing it off, go put it into something that's going to improve yourself. Not another person, improve yourself. Not in a selfish way. It's just like exercise. If you take angry energy and you put it in exercise, if you take angry energy and you put it into beating the drums, like it's so effective because you learning your music and you still get to get your anger out. It's like that. It says breaking negative patterns. Motivation and inspiration. So that's inspiration in this card is nice too. It says habit. So habit, but we saw inspiration and we mentioned it. It says reverse stagnation and feeling stuck. Water is never stuck. It's never stuck. Okay, it's stagnant until a force acts on it. It says routines that are draining. Anything that you are in and you know that your feelings have expired there. You don't have the your vision is going to start shutting down. If there's nothing else you can do, you're not going to see things or have dreams or feel like making something into a dream if there's nothing there. It says react before thinking, and it says burnout from overwork. Those are all the reversed interpretations of this habit card. And it says the affirmation is I can always change for the better. So yeah, I feel like y'all have definitely been through the ringer where y'all are drained and it's just like you don't want nobody in your face and stuff like that. But you you're going to see a blessing that's going to help you to keep going because you've been in this hopeless and despair and despondency for a while, whether a person was with you or not, your mother, father, a job you left, whatever it is, it just set for a long time. And now it's like you don't see a reason to be inspired or inspire other people because you feel like it's a waste when that's untrue because y'all got something coming to y'all that's going to be amazing. And then it's going to put you instantly back into this. It's just a matter of letting things go permanently that can't let go of letting things go permanently external to you that they can't let go. They have a habit and it's an addiction for them for whatever reason. They got to work through it. It's not your job to judge or stay with them. Okay. They decided and you have to be comfortable with that decision. Okay. Because you sacrifice yourself all day, but you need everybody else around you to sacrifice themselves as well when it comes to their health and well-being. I'm not talking about like sacrifice harvesting. I'm talking about self-sacrifice for anything that's causing you stagnation or to go take 2 steps back. Okay, that's it for water. Thank you. All right, we're going to do air next. Air. The main thing that they telling me is y'all have to relax. I mean, normally I would say the central nervous system, in particular the parasympathetic, the parasympathetic, the parasympathetic nervous system. But y'all need to relax, especially when it comes to whether or not somebody like you or how much they like you. That's what came through. Yeah. Because it says synergy, and what is this? Reshape. So something definitely wants to come together, but it's not going to be. You ain't gonna have no control over it. I'm gonna just say it like that. I'm definitely feeling love heavy. Somebody wants something new. They feel very optimistic about partnering with you. I feel like whatever y'all worried about is is actually like I said, it's nothing to worry about. But there are shifts that's going the shifts that the other person is going through. Okay, they got to go through ascension. It's almost like you can kind of witness it. I want to explain that in detail, but don't get carried away. Be easy in the moment. Don't try to control or script things. Don't try to make stuff up. Just be easy. Okay, let something unfold naturally. There you go. It's telling me to really stress that y'all need to chill out. Let something unfold naturally. Okay, because you're not gonna have control over it. It's gonna cause it to be weird. Yeah, bonds and adventure. Somebody, like I said, they very optimistic. Um, they might see you as a challenge, but not as a. You give a person kind of it's telling me it's a mental inspiration. It's like I don't know, cause I'm feeling communication, but it's not happening on the physical level. The words is not there. It's almost like whenever y'all do exchange energy, it's some of y'all sexual energy. So it might be a sexual healing there, something like that. But before I got distracted with that, Lord have mercy. Whenever y'all do exchange energy, which for some of y'all it could be telepathic communication, which is something that you gotta learn, and some of y'all could be talking to somebody from the future, and they may not be awake, so it's not gonna look the same. Okay, I know that's complicated, but just know that whatever this is does have passion for you. Keep your passion. So if it's not a person and it's a thing that you are, it's going through a shift that's going to kind of shape it and make it more unique to you. So let's say that you do, you're a caterer for, no, not a caterer, you're a wedding designer, a wedding theme person. Um, and the market is about to become non-traditional. More people are gonna want black dresses, or they're gonna want unique weddings. So you have it. You don't want to buy or give your supply and demand to something that's gonna become, it's not gonna be mainstream anymore. Okay. So adaptability is very, very important, which some air signs are good at, and some others are not. You know, but adaptability is important because no matter the air sign you are, you cannot be rigid. Do not try to have control over it. Okay. Um, they telling me something about boundaries. Boundaries can kind of get in the way sometimes because it's not that you shouldn't have boundaries, but it's like you could be set in your ways or fighting yourself. That's because it's the context that they give me is that be careful not to fight yourself. Okay, that's a control issue. In order for something to match your energy, you have to allow it to unfold naturally. But somebody is definitely, what they not showing or what they not saying is they like what they see, or you like what you see, but just let it unfold naturally, okay? So it won't be colored by anything on either side of the past, or somebody definitely is going to take action, and whatever this action is going to end the I would say stagnation, because something is supposed to grow, and it's like, from your perspective, it's saying, shouldn't something be solidified by now, or shouldn't we be moving to the next step? But I don't think that it's time for that yet. Um, so it's almost giving me two energies that you have. Whatever you into, you got you and another thing outside of yourself. One thing is growing, and you are adapting to it. Okay. And that may not make sense, but one thing is growing, but it has to grow kind of towards you. And if it doesn't grow towards you, then it's not going to be mutual. No matter how you feel when you come in contact with somebody's energy, they have to naturally be drawn to you for whatever this is to work. Anything that's not mutual is not, it's automatically going to be kicked out your energy by default. So somebody definitely want to take action, but just by me telling you this is no point, because you don't have no control over it. It's just letting you know, chill out, relax. You know what I mean? When you start self-sabotaging or getting in your own way, or thinking a person is supposed to do something a certain way by a certain time, get away from that. Go outside, walk, I don't know. Do something else. Go do something else. Because this could have the potential for something very, very long term. And I mean with consistent energy. I'm not talking about staying in misery. I'm talking about something that can end everything that you would worry about whether or not you're going to have to go and start over again, go learn a person again, go get a job again. It's like finally security. I feel like all you have to do is love yourself. You always going to have choices, but with these two cards here, the choices always they always come out of desperation or survival mode, whether it's on your end or another person's end. You know what I mean? It's like partnering up with somebody that's struggling because you struggling. You know what I mean? So let things unfold naturally, okay? Twin flame, self-love. Two people that love themselves. This is longevity, like I said. Because a person wants to grow and wants to be whole. Somebody wants to leave survival behind. You know what I mean? So they got to get into their mindset. They want to come the right way, not because of you. They want to come the right way because they don't want to be in lack anymore, whether that's a mindset or whether it's physically, emotionally. You know what I mean? Some people want to act on their desires when it comes to their emotions. They want to act on their desires without having to fear or what if, woulda, coulda, shouldas. And then you got other people that want to leave that poverty mindset in the past. You know, they don't want to struggle, so they want to be able to come in and openly communicate or bring whatever to the table that's gonna meet halfway. You know, hold both parties responsible and accountable. Okay, that hiccup was very, 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 very relevant. So a lot of y'all was manifesting twin flames. See, twin flames can be good or bad, but with this right here, somebody, there's like a knowing. I don't want to say somebody, but it's a knowing that you've been attracting people to you to help you through kind of like a dark night of the soul. That's what I'm saying. So like it's a lot of things, a lot of suffering where people have held your hand or you held their hand and you made it, you graduated from through something. So that's very, very good. It could be something in your bloodline, something connected to the mother, like the mother struggle, a woman struggle, something like that. Yeah. So nobody, if you worried about whether somebody is playing on your kindness or compassion or you're nurturing for other people, don't worry about that. Okay, release that. Yeah, because it's gonna cause you. It's not good for your energy. Okay, it's gonna cause you to feel uh withdraw energy, and you're gonna feel your need to separate or their need to separate, and you're gonna start taking it personal. Let me get one card out there. You've been doing this for a long time. Whatever that is over. Okay. Self-sabotage, and it could have been by mistake or it could have been a curse. I really don't know how it's sent to y'all, but regardless, whatever it is over. That's all you need to know. So it says reflect. This is just so you can know what to let go of, especially when it comes to an illusion. Okay, you have a deep sympathy for people that they hmm, they codependent on you being one way. They codependent on you being one way, and it's kind of telling me this. Is what I'm hearing in my head. It's like if a person don't want to see you like this, they need to stay away from you. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like you are in your energy and you doing your own thing, and then something comes along, and then you might hear complaining, gossiping. You might hear something. Especially, it's giving me family so much in this card, but it's like family always complaining about you being another way. If they want you to stay that way, then they'll do the things that they need to do to be self-sufficient. So it's giving it to me in family, but it's also talking about anybody that's friends, anybody in your circle. So they're not seeing you switch up. They're seeing you go through a shift. A person that really love you, they'll be able to grow with it because they understand when you go through things. When a person don't have money, they're not friendly because they got to focus on money. When their house is messy and tore up, it's because they got to focus on work. It's hard for you to be able to balance yourself. Something always gets dumped on its head because you got to focus solely on one thing. So somebody may have seen or be seeing a side of you that is not yourself. It's because you had to go through, like I said, a dark night of soul or a period of struggle. So somebody saw maybe you at not your best or not your true self because you were. It was just an impression that you wasn't trying to make because it's not about the impression, but they got the. Because I don't feel like a person is taking a wrong impression. But it may be you that needs to chill out because you think that somebody gonna have the wrong impression of you because they saw you while you were coming out of something like a dark night of the soul, a struggle, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Whether that's downsizing, whether you don't have no furniture, whether your house was messy, um, whether they saw a fallout or heard of a fallout in a family, like whatever this is. Okay, I feel like it's some type of glamour here in this card that talks about the external people judging you by the external. I don't understand that. But anyway, I'm gonna read the whole card because some I'm trying to. I gotta calm down. I was gonna tell y'all the next step before I read this card, but I'm gonna not do that because yeah. Some of y'all gonna have to cut family members off or friends permanently. Whatever your community you tied in, if they ain't got their stuff together, like I said, if they not self sufficient, it just ain't gonna come. You know what I'm saying? This card right here is telling me before I start reading it. It's like you have been giving somebody a pass by almost not seeing, right? You don't point out people's flaws or their struggle because you know how to feel to be always ridiculed. But by you not saying this, it's your one job to say this. You get what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not comfortable with saying that somebody gotta get their stuff together, like you may not feel that you have a place or not want confrontation, but it's your job to say it because you already been there. So it's like a person can be struggling, especially when it comes to asking for help. And if they take it the wrong way, they take it the wrong way. And if you can't say anything about it, then you're in the wrong place. Either way, you got to roll. If you can't say it, then you got to move on. You got to start holding people accountable for the things that aren't being said, or you being courteous, like you not letting a person know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, it says lots of folks lots of folks get a bit worried when they see this number. Oh, because it's 666. Okay, lots of folks get a bit worried when they see this number, but it's actually a message of reflection. Your angels are asking you to take a step back, to hit the pause button. With greater distance, examine your current circumstances. Are you heading in a direction that speaks to your truth? So let me stop it right there, y'all, because I'm getting so many downloads. So a lot of people judge y'all by y'all external. They'll walk into your environment. I mean, a lot of y'all went through struggles where it's just giving me different ones of saying, been homeless, always fighting on the street. All they have seen you in survival mode where you had to come, you did not have any choice but to struggle or be in survival mode. So people look at y'all like an animal sometimes. It's not funny, but they don't know what you've been through, and because of that, you have a very, very deep compassion for people that do this, but you don't hold them accountable. So you end up being around these people, but now it's come to a head where you got to cut it off permanently. You just can't associate with these people, and they might think that they might take that as you the enemy now. You're not a loyal person, but it's just the season to change that. So you might be failing that separation, and that's why they saying you got to relax, because a lot of y'all might be going into a new relationship and y'all can't spend time with family, can't spend time with friends. And it's like if you get any flack off of this, it's going to be ended permanently. Whereas though back in the day, you might have been forced to let them in a little bit because you needed a resource, you needed a place to stay, you needed somebody to go half on an apartment with you, you needed somebody to get you a job. And it's like you put up with stuff, but it's saying no more. So it says that's where the glamour comes in, because that's what you look like, your circumstance. Somebody wanted you to look like that, but no, you got a lot of drive. It says, do your relationships lift you up? Does your job fulfill you? Or have you or have you instead been putting your energy into things that simply don't work for you any longer? This is your sign to be honest with yourself and make the changes that speak to your higher self. It says the interpretations for the upright and the reverse. I'm going to give y'all both. The upright, it says taking your time to reflect on your circumstances. It says putting your energy into necessary changes. It says honesty, stripping away illusions. That's probably where that glamour come in, because it's like you see what it is. And it's so crazy because air have a very strong knowing. They know what it is, even if they don't see it. So when you get that knowing, that is a gift from God for you to go ahead and do whatever you need to do to separate yourself from it. Because if you don't, you're going to be living in a lie. You're going to be living in illusion. It's like you see things that can happen dangerous. You got a feeling that it's too many people at this venue, and it's just not safe. You don't know why it's not safe. You know what I'm saying? You might be thinking the venue will collapse, where it might catch fire. You get what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all different scenarios, but you got that knowing from God, and He trying to keep you safe. And then people got to respect you, whereas though you have something and you don't know why you getting spooked, but you get a lot of people that'll follow you and not know where you going, but they won't try to tap into the same thing to keep both of y'all safe. Somebody need to watch somebody back, right? Like it can't be just you. All right, it says the reverse. It says channeling your energy into fulfilling activities. It says feeling utterly disillusioned and powerless. So some of y'all had to do what y'all had to do, and y'all got very complacent. You know what I mean? Y'all complacent with struggling. I think it's the external more than anything. And for a lot of us, it could be family. How can a family constantly be in misfortune? You're gonna see more misfortune around certain friends or family, and be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? This is odd. But you're gonna be picking up on the heavy. You know what I mean? How come when we always go out, it's always a fight? How come even if we not in the fight, why is we always seeing a fight? How come when we go out, it's so many delays or whatever, confusion, and you just see that pattern, but you don't see it just with that person. You might see a running theme within a community or a family, a friend group, and it's like, you know. It says filling your time with fake friends, and oh wow, I'm if I just read and shut up, y'all. It says filling your time with fake friends and negativity. I want to show y'all that. And it says hitting a dead end. I know it's dark and stuff like that, but where is it? It's over on this side. It says filling your time with fake friends and negativity. So y'all can read it. But I was like, wow, that's yeah. Could you have had a glamour put on your vision? Yeah, but that's like I'm not even spell work. Just really don't apply to this because everybody breaking out of it. Love spells, family. Everybody has done everything under the sun, and the people that get stuck there is gonna stay there. And you already done fought your way through it. All you got to do is you the team captain now when it comes to your reality. So who you recruit and how, all of that old stuff don't matter because magic just is trash. The glamours is falling. You seeing things for what they are at the rawest form. And it's like, whew, fast decisions. Okay, so what's crossing this? Mm. What's crossing this is it says mindfulness. This came out with water, but what it is there was definitely something with the vision, whether you were doing it or somebody else was doing it. The mindfulness, the mind was there. So what did I say? I was trying to tell y'all that y'all have a, what did I say, knowing? So it's like y'all sense come to knowing. You don't know why you know the future. You don't know why you feel uncomfortable. You don't know what it is because you don't have all the facts. And that's why reflection is so important because your body could break out in hives and you not know why. And you would be standing there saying, did I touch something? Did I eat something? And you done just walked into the door and you standing there. Like you ain't touch nothing, you didn't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about somebody that came into something, did not touch anything, and as soon as they got there, they just broke out into hives. So it's like, where are the hives coming from? I didn't eat yet. I didn't touch anything. So why you getting? So that's when you pull out and you back yourself out so you know that you can reflect on just what happened to you without saying, oh, this person gave me food poisoning. Oh, it was because they keep dirty fabrics on their sofa. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be anything. You want to back out of that because your body could be talking to you, telling you it's unsafe. Your body is simply telling you, not here. And it's going to be different for everybody. Some people may walk on the scene and let's not use hives. Somebody may walk on the scene or be around a person and get an instant headache and be like, oh my God, I got bad migraine. It just hit me out of nowhere. It hit you out of nowhere. So, all right. But somebody just been constantly accessing your energy to make you look a certain way. And now, what if it's a curse or any type of spell work is lifting off of you now? Somebody didn't want you to see that. It's like the more so I'm getting these cards is it's not that somebody didn't want you to see that, it's somebody don't want you to say nothing. They don't want you to verbalize or speak. And I know that's here, but it just wouldn't, I wouldn't associate that. Um, they don't want you to show your true identity. Your true identity is very, very important when it comes to stabilizing everything. Like, that's probably why a lot of people don't want air to talk or they tell them not to talk as a child because you so accurate that instead of it being funny, it's more inappropriate because it's so accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it awkward. I ain't said that it's not true. I said it makes it awkward. But you're knowing it when you get that type of conditioning where somebody always making you look a certain way, it causes a what did I say? It's like somebody having a wrong impression of you when it's actually accurate. It's just nobody got the balls to say it or be honest. You know what I mean? If you like me or you love me, then you're gonna still be there. And if not, you're not. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm balanced and I don't wanna keep um putting anything over my eyes where I gotta constantly lie to you and it's actually hurting because I'm getting hurt from, you know, not telling people the truth about themselves because I love them and then I gotta sit there and see them struggle when I know that they the ones that caused it. You know, what's the point of being around somebody? But somebody doesn't. They do not want you to see them or what it is, what it truly is, the situation. So y'all need to relax because I feel like something is going to unfold. All right, it says, I'll read this again for y'all. I think it was in, or maybe water. I think it was in water. It says the time is to truly focus on staying present and being mindful. Notice everything that's working out for you and find ways to change anything that is not working for you. It's up to you to create a sturdy foundation to build that dream life upon. Your natural talents will be extra helpful with this reflective practice. It says taking stock of a current situation, expressing your truest self, preparing for a solid future, staying present. It says reversed, losing yourself in worry, letting what ifs rule this decision making, self depreciating thoughts, and giving up. And the affirmation is I'm deeply focused on forward progress. So yeah, I just want to say y'all gotta chill out because there's something ending where whatever misconception of you, it cannot be forced anymore because y'all about to go into a very stable and secure place in relationships in y'all life in general. I really get an overall everything you come into balance completely across the board, but I do get somebody being found out for somebody else gonna be seen as a menace now, and it's not nothing that you're doing. It's just seeing the cause and effect of people that kept up a false mask or false pretense. You know, people that ain't never struggled a day in their life. You know what I mean? People that depend on money to solve their problems or other people to do it. Yeah, you done had a lot of skill, but it's been by force. You had to acquire it. So bonds, okay. I don't know. Let me look at this card for a minute because I've seen it before. I'm gonna read it for y'all, but you got some strong bonds coming in. Like I said, I'm getting it overall on the board, but y'all gonna meet somebody that's been through endings and this whatever these relationships is. I'm not gonna say it's only love relationships, but whatever these new people that y'all meeting, they have made the similar sacrifices that you have, and these are people that's determined to never go back. They're never gonna go back. They're never gonna go back to the things that they return from, but they can start over without they can start over new. They know how to start from ground zero and they choose not to, but they also are not they ain't forcing nothing. You get what I'm saying? They ain't forcing something. They believe in that what you call it, the natural law of attraction. That's why I said let something unfold naturally because somebody is not going backwards and that's a good thing, just according to them. Some people, you all been watching people a lot in loops. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's why I said it's whatever this is going to end. Okay, it says 2020. 2020 may be very significant for some of y'all. It says things are looking up. You've been focused on building a strong foundation that shows you'll be reaping all the wonderful rewards you absolutely deserve. Your connections and partnerships are leveling up, resulting in better productivity and deeper emotional connections. These bonds may be felt on a spiritual level. Celebrate your achievements. So, y'all remember what I was saying? I was picking up communication, but it wasn't openly. It's almost like don't let your mind play tricks on you where you start trying to be in control because somebody is not doing or thinking the things that you think should happen in a certain amount of time. It's very important that y'all stay relaxed because a lot of things are going to be naturally attracted to you, but at this time, those things are going to be a reflection of who you really are, not what you was what you was shown to be. It's like society wanted you to look like an animal when in reality you are, or you look like you're in poverty and struggle. You know, you come with a lot of burden, or you always got something. Whatever it is, it's gonna show the inside. It's gonna show your true self, which is very kind and compassionate. People not used to seeing it. All right, it says upright. It says forging stronger bonds. It says productivity and inspiration, feeling in tune with a higher power. A lot of spiritual stuff, especially telepathic communication coming online. It says positive connections. The reverse is miscommunication, cross wires. Remember, on let it unfold naturally. It's going to naturally attract to you the things that you have passion for. It's going to have passion for you, and well, you're going to respect that. Misinformation. If I'm sorry, I just got to go over it. People that's trying too hard or come at you too hard, it's gonna be like a red flag, and y'all gonna instantly pick up on this stuff. So y'all gonna be extremely sensitive. Don't worry about no traps or whatever. It says miscommunication, cross wires, misinformation, illusions, and fakes. Did we have fakes on both cards? Did it say fakes on here? And one of these cards, I feel like I'm seeing fake twice. Misinformation, illusions, and fakes. It says a lack of community, isolation and destruction. So yeah, not wanting to be bothered by society, lack of community, people that have always outcasted you, for whatever reason, whether they want to bully or they stuck in survival mode. You can do it all on your own. So why can't anybody else do it? You know, your intention is not to see somebody suffer because you'll do whatever. You'll come in a clutch, but being the scapegoat is done here. It says affirmation. I always make exciting and meaningful connections. You always make exciting and meaningful connections, but can people keep that up for them? Is it real or is it fake? Was it a facade or was it not? Okay, because you have been through situations where you was forced to uh, look at things at the very rawest, purest form. So whatever whatever people did to you when they forced you into situations where you had to survive, where you had no other choice, but to do a lot of the things that you did, you can't. You're going to see things that are going to heal you and not allow you to have that perception because it's going to unfold naturally, and the things that you think or you perceive from the past is going to not mix. It's not going to show up in your future. So how do you say that? I'm sorry that I'm so confused. And it's like when your mind start playing tricks on you, you be like, oh, okay, I see something. I'm gonna go ahead and look at this thing that I see from this first impression, and I'm gonna call it like I see it. When you need more data for that, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, you gotta, what do you call it? It's a term for this, y'all. You gotta give the benefit of the doubt. Now you don't have to, but it will be beneficial to you to give things benefit of the doubt, especially if you think something or you feel something, but it constantly don't show up. That would be self-sabotage. That would be you talking in your head or you getting some type of interference in your connection to let you know somebody want to inject you or push you out of the environment or get you away from a person that possibly could be for you. The only thing you need to know is somebody mindful that it's things that they need to do. They need to cut off to get themselves self-sufficient. That's all you worried about. Can a person be self-sufficient? I'm talking about consistency. Consistency. Not I'm up. I'm gonna share with you real quick. We're gonna go out to eat. We're gonna party, and then I'm down bad and I'm crashing. That's not no good for you anymore. You need somebody to be stable. Okay. You need somebody to be consistent, self-sufficient. All right. So that's it, Air. Thank you. I'm gonna push the wrong button, y'all. I'm scared to let it go. Let's see if I can go outside. If not, that's the end of the air reading. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Okay, it's not. I'm gonna pause it. Okay, this is for the element of fire. Finally made it. Let me give the cards a good shuffle first. The first thing I'm getting right now is somebody got to have their own protection. When they come and they're around you, they got to have their own protection, like their own spiritual protection, or they have to keep good spiritual hygiene to be around you. It's something coming back up it's something coming back up for you guys right now that needs to be taken care of. Okay? And whatever this is has to be ended permanently. If you want something new to come in, like some proper boundaries have to be set. Yeah, so it's saying faith, something being over. Let me see which card is this. Something. It's a new beginning, but an ending have to happen first. Yeah. It's giving me two separate energies in two locations, two different locations. So what is this? This is some type of change, but what do I say? You're not gonna have control over it. Something that was like fated or destined to come together is gonna come together. You'll just witness it. Something that's supposed to be where it is or who it's with is supposed to happen. Yeah. If y'all in any type of competition, somebody is supposed to win and the other person is not because they're not where they should be or they're not qualified for the job. Whatever it is, somebody is supposed to be. So it's like there's going to be something that comes up. And whatever this is that comes up is the final test or it's the results of a test or whatever. And whatever it is, this is going to be identified as the correct thing where it's supposed to be. I don't know how to explain it, y'all. You know what? This is the first time I ever got a drug habit off of a card before. Could it be energetic? Absolutely. But it's like somebody addicted to somebody's energy or somebody addicted to a substance. So if somebody say they're going to go into rehab, I guess. So it's like, okay, so what I was trying to give y'all before, something is going to fall off by default. So whatever it is coming up is going to result in an ending, and then something new can begin. It's not giving me that it's happening in a loop. It's just that the truth is trying to be revealed. So whatever this last go round is going to be the last go round. Something, it just giving me a resistance almost. Yeah, there's a shift. So when you shift, it's anything that was holding on to you, anything that had a latch onto you, whether it was an addiction. It could be addiction to energy, it could be an addiction to food. Y'all know how addictions go. It could be anything. But even if somebody was trying to come up off of somebody's energy, or they're playing on them to get them to do something, or let them back in, give them another chance. It's like a test. It's giving me more of a, it's like a competition, like a athlete competition or something like that. Just let things happen naturally. With that, let things happen naturally, because with this card, when you go through whatever this shift, whatever this is that comes up for the last and final time, it's going to be permanent. It's going to cause a permanent shift and a permanent ending. Okay, this is so something new can begin, or something can be transformed. Okay. So this shift has something to do with your purpose, but I'm not understanding what. It's going to give you access to something. I don't know. It's access to something. I don't know what it is. Can I say give them access? What do they mean by that? Or what does it mean, give access? Somebody is codependent on something. They're not going to have it available to it. So you got 41. For this habit and this shift is all fives. That's 4 5s. For some of y'all, it could be a couple. The couple could be your mother and father, whether they're here or not. It could be anything. Somebody is relying on something and they're not going to get it. And whatever this is like I said, by default, it's going to be the last time that it comes up. So I would say just y'all take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself, because whenever you see the habit card come up, that tells you that it's going to be withdrawals, like separations in a relationship. Like you could be separated from parents, from loved ones. You could have people pass. You could have a relationship that's broke up. But something had to keep coming up for some reason. So I want to ask, why did it keep? Why is it coming up for the last time? It had to do this in. They saying that it had to be done in increments like this. This had to be purged. The fire had to be purged this way. Okay, it had to be purged by one source exhausting itself, and one source persisting, because they naturally persist. The other one is codependent, if that makes sense. So whatever it is, just tell me off balance. This could lead to a choice in a whole different direction, which would be unattractive by the average person's standards. But whatever it is, it's whatever it is, it's a major difference for you. If you always been in society and seen, now you're gonna have a private life. If you always worked in warehouses, now you can work in administration. Whatever it is something very, very different. And it's giving me a quiet lifestyle, whatever way that is. I can see y'all spending more creativity, but it's not. The person that's codependent on the energy, it's almost like it's not available for it. It's not available to them to access it. I don't understand that. That's because y'all know I always have a problem with competing and comparing and competition. It's like it's no point in it. I don't see the point in it. So some things I'm not gonna understand because I'm never gonna get the concept of it. Um, it's like kind of with autism. You know what I'm saying? If you tell them they stupid or they dumb or they ugly, whatever humans use, sticks and stones break your bones. They don't even understand the concept, so they can't pay it attention because they don't see it. They don't know what you're talking about. Another analogy is I'm trying to, because they giving me autism. I don't know why, but when you see when an autistic kid goes to the playground and they start pushing the swing, when they just push the swing and stand there and just push the swing, even though nobody's on it or they never get on it, It's because the concept is there. It's never going to be there because they looking at the operation of the thing instead of doing whatever the action is. So it's not something that can be understood or explained from an external view. It's just the way the mind works. You can't. It's nothing you can do about the way the mind works. So yeah. Somebody sees somebody as a safe haven. This is your energy. So it's like somebody sees somebody as a safe haven. They could be using it to cloak or hide something that they're doing. And it could be because you don't call a person out, or I don't really see fire calling somebody out, but it's time to do that. Like it's time to hold somebody accountable. That's a fact. It's like showtime. It's an enlightenment that is coming. So this enlightenment that's coming is so you can see clear. It's a healing aura. When somebody is not around you, it's chaos in their world. They thrown out of alignment for whatever. Somebody keeps seeing it. Somebody keep getting thrown out of alignment. If they don't talk to you, if they're not in your energy, I don't know what this is, but why is it coming up? That's what I want to know. Because whatever this relationship is, it said bond and habit. Whatever it is karmic or something. Whatever it is almost a resurgence of something that it's happened over and over again, but it's a habit. So whatever this is hitting a peak. It's so big that it can't be ignored. It's worldwide news is what I'm hearing. It's major publicity. It is going to be seen where more than one person is going to have to tell somebody to get their life together in whatever way, shape or form. The way that this person gets things is not in alignment. This is really playing on somebody's sympathy, and they draining the person. This person, I don't feel an energy that can be helped. Let me ask them what that is so I can figure out. Take actions. It's gonna help you ascend because it's gonna whatever this is, it's gonna happen so fast that you're gonna immediately get into gear. Okay. This could be a realization for some of y'all that somebody does something in order. This is like the correct thing to listen to or the correct way to go. Like, okay, this right here, you may not be able to follow this template, but at least you'll know to do things the right way instead of the wrong way, Because somebody's peace. Somebody is peaceful, but it's giving me a peaceful energy. Like it is peaceful, but it's peaceful for a reason. Because I don't know why I'm getting in all of these cards. I'm getting dangerous. Like you can't play with this. You can't play with this energy. So it's like if you see or a person sees you, they don't understand why you're on cut corners. It might be because you've seen people that cut corners and you see God will talk to you right in front of your face. I don't know why I'm getting these crazy things, but it's like you might have seen tragedy right in front of your face. Somebody gets shot, somebody getting into a car accident. And it's like when you see stuff like that, you cut everything off and people don't really understand. But some wild stuff that you've seen during your lifetime, it's like some danger here. I don't get it. Yeah, whatever it is, it's going to be a permanent ending. And some of y'all are being freed where somebody wouldn't let y'all go. And this is a realization for somebody that they know the difference for themselves. This is not something where external or you can lie to yourself no more. Once you see it, like I said, it's going to instantly kick you in the gear. Keep going because somebody is inspired by you. I don't know. Somebody kind of smitten a little bit right there. Yeah. Somebody is smitten. I pick up a couple of different energies off this. Somebody is smitten, and then I get somebody that's just like kind of hard headed. For some of y'all, somebody was banking on y'all to, like I said, just glaze over the details. Give the way that you give a person a chance is suffering. So like I got this with air, suffering. So that's the only reason you had sympathy, kindness, or compassion for a person is because you know what it's like to be down bad. You don't need to know all the circumstances, but this is what a person play on. And now it's like, nah, this person is causing it's something here. I don't want to say a person, but it's something here that's causing it's causing division within a group, within a relationship. Whenever something gets put in, it causes more and more separation or breakage. Somebody need help, but this was their final approach. So I'm telling y'all, I know what I'm seeing. I don't know if it'll come out in the cards, but it's like somebody had the chance. They had the chance to get help, ask for forgiveness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's a permanent and personal ending that they're having. And this could be very, very harsh. But whatever it is, if it has to end this way for you to get your freedom, it's a gift from God. And for some of y'all, when y'all see something and it hits in front of you, this is going to sober you up and clear you up for the last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is definitely a sacrifice, but it's meant to teach a lesson that causes a ripple effect. So it's giving me that global energy again. Something being publicized for everybody to get in gear and get in alignment. Not because he said, she said, we seeing all the things, but the interpretation of the urgency that's needed to sober up and get your life in order. That's what I'm feeling. It's like everybody interpreting it as an urgent situation where we need to get ourselves together. You know what I mean, Robert? That's we need to work together in community and start the government. I'm just giving y'all an example. Let's say the government shut down and they start like everybody got to see kindness and compassion. Just because the government shut down, that don't mean ain't nobody gonna eat, because people gonna help people. People gonna get the money where it needs to be and the food gonna get where. So less reliability on churches, services, federal agencies and stuff like that. This is gonna help us build community and stuff like that. So something is about to end. There's a heart. It's gonna be directly affecting the heart, or somebody heart just shutting down. They can't handle. Yeah. So there's somebody here that cannot handle the shift. But I'm really picking up ancestors too, people that passed over to help y'all. They needed to. They had to pair together in the astral realm. Somebody sees somebody as very authentic, and now they're not wasting no time. They are going to. It's undisputable. It is undeniable, regardless of what happened, who, what. Somebody constantly tried to end things for somebody or make them look like they wasn't a humanitarian, not given to society or whatever. Somebody is going to be known. It's going to be authentic. Somebody constantly, whatever they do it because they supposed to be there. Back to the beginning of the reading. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to peel y'all cards out. But whatever, one thing is going to be, it's going to be what it is. And the other thing is not. It's just it's not anything that y'all have to do. That's interesting because we got codependency and we got one thing being true and the other thing not, because it's consistent and it is what it is. It actually is made to do that. Like it is what it is in that sense. I'm saying if a person is it's authentic, y'all. I just cannot express that enough. You cannot deny whatever this is that's gonna come up. You're not gonna be able to deny it. You are not. I wanted to shuffle, but I'm not because they telling me not to. So y'all, 555 is hospice to me, but 555 in this card it says change, and I know that change can come in many different ways. But I feel like y'all are finally getting y'all freedom, but it was levels to it. It's okay. This is what they telling me. It's things that had already been stripped from your life that were close to you that you loved that had to end, right? So let's say you lost your dog, then you lost your home, then you lost your car, but not all at the same time, right? And you don't see it now, but those things was meant to push you out of a place that you didn't belong because you couldn't shift properly. So whatever this ending is, yes, it is unexpected because that's what comes with change. But whatever this is going to give you your freedom. It just had to happen this way because you had to get, I don't want to say, it's just the analogy that I'm getting. You had to get comfortable with endings to kind of understand. It's like, all right, so you had to get endings, like, because it's telling me that you forced to move, but moving is your protection. You can't be, this is a calculated risk, but it's like you can't stay stuck because you got to take action. So I don't know. I'm trying to explain it to y'all, but it's like you being forced into a shift but you're supposed to be there. Like I said, if it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen, and you're gonna understand that this is supposed to happen for your protection, but it's never feels like protection is what I'm telling y'all. It feels like upheaval and chaos all the time, and not knowing. I don't like it. Anyway, it says changes are soaring your way. It says the universe is going to sweep you up in forward momentum. Don't fight it. Lean in. Be a driving force in your own growth and transformation. Think of this as a call for action as your part. Keep an open mind and allow yourself to explore any new opportunities or possibilities that may cross your path. Embrace perseverance and spontaneity. While this is a future minded number, it is still important to make your choices from a place of peace and stability. Be brave. It says upright. It says transformation shifts in how you experience the world. It says trust in your ability to weather change, embracing possibilities and opportunities, taking care of yourself even in hectic time. Like I said, it was giving me like chaos. Like you really had to persevere through things, but they didn't want to throw all of it at you at once. Because right here, I'm telling you, I'm picking up so much stuff, y'all. I got channels just by reading this. It was like it's like natural disasters or anything in your environment. It's trying to protect you, but it's moving you out of a place because of a natural disaster. That's almost like what it is. You don't realize this is protection, but people try to keep you locked in a location. I don't know. Like whether that means doing stuff to your money or having you in great fear so you don't change and don't get yourself free. Like yeah, it says reversed is fighting the current, falling prey to fear and doubt, refusing to take part in your own story, and it says a closed-minded attitude. It says the affirmation is I trust, I believe, and I'm ready to receive. So something global. I don't know. In your personal world, there will be something that you'll see, but on a global level, because they're giving me two different messages, we're going to see something that's going to cause us to take action immediately. It's going to kick us into gear. So thank the Lord for that. Everybody getting on one accord. I just can't even express to y'all. Okay, so what's blocking it? Harmony. Okay, yeah. Without harmony, you can't do nothing. This is giving me more fear and doubt. So it could be a matter of you letting go or somebody holding on to your energy. Okay, for whatever reason, because we already saw habits and stuff like that. But this is blocking your peace. It's like it comes a time where you gotta step out of the chaos. A lot of it has been imposed on you, but that was so you can see your own strength. Like I said, it don't feel good, so I ain't even gonna stop. But um, your peace. How do you say that? Your peace is blocking you from change. So how do I express that to y'all? You don't know how much authority you hold, and this can be dangerous when people read tarot and feed a person's ego. But it's like it's showing me you as an ambassador or representative, and you have to live right behind the scenes as well as you know you can't be doing stuff behind the scenes because that's what it's giving me. It's like if I'm in the light and everybody sees what I do, I can't cut corners. I know I mentioned cutting corners here, but it's like something is about to be lit up, exposed, or whatever this is, and when it gets exposed, it's going to give there's some type of freedom. I'm getting freedom so much, but the cost of the freedom is the issue. I hope that y'all understand what I'm saying because I got that feelings running through me, but it's the cost of the freedom. It's almost like two people having to leave or one person having to leave your life and you almost feel abandoned and you not having an understanding that it was all for you. So I'm explaining to y'all like this from a personal perspective. When my mother and my father, and I've said this several times, when my mother and my father had passed, it was so great because that was the only glue that was keeping the family together. A lot of us don't want to be around family or friends, and we stay there, and it's like, oh, I don't want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all gonna pick up on y'all senses where y'all start to smell people that have any entity attachments. And not just that, people that do sex magic, you're gonna smell. They might stink like sulfur, okay, like rotten eggs, which you come from a stove. They put that stuff in there, so the gas makes it smell funny. But y'all senses is gonna pick up. It's gonna pick up, and it's gonna tell you that it's trying to move you before some type of land change. So when I talk about ambassador and all of this stuff, it's like your energy being used for a grid is what I'm telling you. Hold on. That's why I was so the message was so heavy. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Fire. So they was giving me examples. So some of y'all may lose pets. I'm gonna get this example because this was one I got a download as soon as I stepped away. So sometimes you may lose pets because it's not allowed at the, I'm not trying to do this. I'm actually trying to level it up. So whatever it is causing you disharmony, because I can't line this card up. But anyway, um, a loss of a pet would be another example because your next place don't allow cats and dogs or something like that. So it's like um, a loss of a car and having to take metro. It could be a chance encounter, new people. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that's blocking you, they're going to stop so you can get out of this fight or flight and bring back humility. You know what I mean? Because you might be, a lot of y'all seem like y'all in places where y'all not supposed to be at like physical locations, you know? And I feel like y'all was trapped there. And so you would be in a fear state. So let me read these cards to you. I'm going to read these two in order before I show y'all the bottom card and read that. All right, did we do 555? We did change some harmony. This is what's blocking it. For some of y'all, this is something big. This is official person for sure. That's 22 because it matches a Lenormand card. Like the numbers speak to me. But it's two people that are large that's going to cause a domino effect, and it's something global going to ripple out from it. But some of y'all could be blocked by people that have they're official in something. You know, it could be a secret society, it could be a government, it could be a private investigator, it could be whoever it is, they rank in a high position where they're not giving you the right of way. This could be in your family, somebody not passing the baton spiritually, because that's here as well. And whatever it is, they got to leave because they don't want to comply. I don't know no other way to say it. You next in line, or somebody else is next in line, and somebody is forced to move out of a way or out of a position. It says duality is a part of the human experience. The challenge lies in finding harmony. Among all the beautiful facets, this is a call to address any imbalances that may be throwing your energy out of whack. Are you open to the connections around you? It says the keywords the keywords for upright and reverse. I'm gonna read them both just in case y'all need to know what side y'all on. Upright, it says surrounded by loving energies and newfound wisdom, adapting to strike a balance in your life, understanding and reciprocity in relationships. Reciprocity, definitely, that is equal give and take. It says seeking connections and collaboration. So the download I got was I was telling y'all that it's a lot of things where instead of y'all maybe saying something to a person, and that's why I was saying I don't see fire not speaking up and saying something. It's about you taking the action instead of complaining. You know what I mean? Instead of you complaining to people, understand that maybe they don't want to change or can't change, but they don't have anything to do with you. You know, and I feel like people kept you locked in a position where you had to constantly kind of fight or complain or argue with them. And the winner is always going to be the one that walks away. But we know that fights don't look like that. Fights usually don't look like that. But when a towel is thrown in, it's saying, hey, you know, it need to be stopped. It's a third party or a third event that happens that says it's done. It's done permanently. You haven't complied, even though you knew you were supposed to do that. It says reversed. It says lack of harmony within yourself or in relationships. It says a sense of distance or avoidance. It says negative mindset, upsetting your equilibrium. And then it says low levels of confidence. So that's interesting because the negative mindset or people upsetting your equilibrium, I kind of got from that 555 change. It's like people standing in your way and thinking they have the power to stop you. Whatever that is going to get checked either side. If you're standing in people's way, then there's going to be something that handicaps you so you can be taught. If it's somebody standing in your way, then they're going to be forced to be moved by the circumstances is like 911. Like it's an intervention that has to take place from somebody in authority. okay, or somebody that's abusing their power, one or the other. So there's the action. Like I said, action has to be taken. So when this happens, either you gonna take action or action is gonna be taken against somebody. Some it's gonna be divine. Some people it's gonna be the physical law and taking action. And for others, when you getting free of a situation, it's gonna give you way more range. It's gonna help you get free. I mean, energetically, physically, mentally, financially. This is beautiful. Somebody is definitely connected to um, it's something about something a connection to a physical a professional setting. There's something about a professional setting. Okay, it says oh my goodness, I flipped all the way through this just to be right next to it. Wow. So that's all of that stuff is relevant. So I closed this book and was talking to y'all just to flip through the book and flip back to where I originally was. So whatever it is, like I said, it's a resurgence. Something keeps coming up, and I don't want to call it a loop. It's a crescendo. So it's like one thing happened, and then another thing happened, and it's bigger, and then the final thing happened, and it's like whatever. You done with it. Leave it alone. You've been told, like I said, you know, it says take action. You are supported and encouraged by the higher realm. So use your talents to create growth. It says making something of beauty is well within your abilities, and your angels know it. They're asking you to seek only that which feeds your creative energies. It says negative mindsets. So negative mindsets is coming up a lot. That means somebody is stoking and provoking your fire, trying to get you out of character, and you just don't have time for it no more. And it's weird for a person to see that you just like done. You know what I mean? You can't be provoked. You won't be provoked. Whatever this is like it's giving me the ick energy. It's like they can't work with it because they can't get something out of you that's no longer there. So giving up to them, that you giving up to them is winning. That's basically it. But you never was competing, so it's kind of hard to explain. You've been fighting for your life to get free, and somebody been competing with that. It's weird, right? I don't know how to explain that, but anyway, it says negative mindsets. Question mark. Don't know her. It says upright, a world of possibilities at your fingertips. Enthusiasm, bravery, and honesty. It says expressing yourself without fear of judgment. It says remain optimistic and throw yourself into it. It says the reverse, indecision leading to stagnation, letting your talents go to waste, allowing your creative energies to be drained. And it says neglecting your relationships. And it says the affirmation is my contributions to the world uh, are beautiful and meaningful. So they saying a very important part of this download for y'all, and I'm about to close it out, is that there's something happening at a distance to you. And it's also giving you moving at a distance. So either you moved at a distance or something is going on at a distance. And I don't think you know yet, but once it's revealed to you, it's going to it's going to kind of clear up exactly where you're supposed to go, who you're supposed to get away from, and all of that. And then when you get to yourself, I feel like the creative expression for y'all, I'm noticing with fire, a lot of them are being vulnerable and they're becoming communicators, which they don't normally do. Um, they tend to be actors, you know what I mean? Because it's going off of the sun and the ego. But they got a lot of stuff to say about disenfranchisement, if y'all understand what I'm saying. And that is the vulnerable part of them, because when you start talking about those things where you've been disenfranchised, you're going to find a lot of people have that in common, and they applaud you for it because you speaking up for the people that don't have a voice or they too scared to say it. And now they all got a voice because y'all all grouped together. It's just giving me lots of large activism vibes. Somebody being in a position of power, having the power and authority to change things, but they don't. They use it to bully other people and intimidate them into a spot. So, yeah, that's that, y'all. Thank you.